Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm really sorry that we're literally 45 minutes late. The fault is fully mine. I was outside on like wolf missions, and again my brain said I can't do times and needed way more time than I anticipated to actually start. And as you can see, today we are, knock on wood, don't have scuff with my bot. What happened yesterday apparently is the bot decided himself to uncheck it. So in Streamlabs, if the bot is unchecked, even if the commands are set, the bot won't work. And you saw how it made me pissed off, so I don't know what the hell was yesterday. It was every single scuff possible. But yeah, as always, we have Grimm because I'm...
Hello.
Yeah, not scuff. I also figured some stuff for our Misao in not tomorrow, but the day after, in Friday, where you're gonna be able to use bits and stuff to scare the shit out of me. As always, I'm gonna set up like sound alerts and whatnot. I was going to set them today, but people decided that I need to get out of the apartment, so yeah. Thanks you, thank you. Yeah, I hope the audio is okay. Please tell us if one of us is too quiet or not, because when I check my votes, it's always kind of weird when I'm with another person. Although I think that the last time,
Weird.
yeah, you kind of said it correctly the last time, so yay. We're having a chill day before the possible singing stream. Grimm is low? Okay. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it should be better now. Yeah, I'm gonna open my energy drink that I was running like mad lad to get, as Grimm knows. I really want to fix it so I have like objects that hit me that are like coffee and energy drink bottles. I think it's on par with what's happening with my life. Hey.
Anytime I have an energy drink, I always think of Ryuk's dance. You know how in that like intro, just like grabbing an apple, just dancing.
By the way, I can't believe that it's canon that he's actually addicted to apples. He literally gets withdrawals, which is the funniest shit ever. Like, you get withdrawals from apples? Okay, my guy. Nice. But yeah, we were planning to be Demon Slayer, but it's my head, so as you already know that our plans don't work always. Like, you're used to, I think this is the surprise part of my character, is that you go to one stream with one name and it ends up being something else, or it ends up, yeah. One of my first like free chat streams where I just chatted with my chat was scuffed because a game couldn't run. There is one game that I really like, it's a card game, but for some reason it eats a lot of my CPU and I can't play it, which is very sad. I really like it. It's kind of underdog, like obscure game, but it's very fun. And it's strategy kind of storytelling with vampires and whatnot. And I really like that game, but it didn't want to work, so I was like, I'm gonna chat with my chat. And that was probably one of the first times where I had seen people chatting in chat. I was like, huh? What the hell is happening? Where you guys came from? But yeah. So today we're gonna talk about the Eminence in Shadow. I didn't expect to like this thing so much. By the way, if you plan to watch it, you know, feel free to just leave that as vote for some time. I'm gonna upload it. Now that we are affiliated, I kinda have to upload it one day later, but you know, because Twitch can eat your head if you upload it the same day, and they check affiliated people. I forgot on the day when I was affiliated, like when I had stream, I actually uploaded the same day and was like, please don't make problems. Please let me survive that, because it would be so stupid if I got like the black card and and only the first time that I forgot that they affiliated, and in general people on Twitch have to wait one full day before uploading videos on like other platforms. But of course they don't search when some small person who isn't affiliated, because it doesn't cost them anything. But then affiliated, ooh.
And also we tend to sign an agreement when we become affiliate.
Yeah,
and,
so
it's like
yeah, so I got so scared, but then I learned. I was like, okay, we have time. Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. As always, when I chat with somebody, I'm gonna check chat, of course, but it's gonna be a bit less than usual. But yeah, the anime is 20 episodes. Grimm managed to reach 16 because I was like, Grimm, can we talk about this instead?
I was like, though I was at episode 8 before.
Yeah.
I had said screw it and rewatched all of that last night.
You watched 16 episodes. Oh god.
Yes, I watched 14 episodes last night and episode and a half today.
Oh my god. Although I technically binged the same thing, like yesterday or the day before that, like I was checking this anime. Grimm is quiet, really? Huh.
I'm still quiet? What? Hold on.
Huh. Because
Bit, yeah.
weird. How is he now? Grimm, say something so we can check.
Yeah, so I think
This?
when did I start? I think I started.
Oh, hydrate, thank you very much. Firestorm likes to give you water. Firestorm is like, drink water, please. Okay, it's better, thank you, guys.
There you
Yeah, wait.
Water.
Yeah.
So before we start, I kind of want to do something, if that's alright with you.
Ah?
Boku no namae wa Shadow desu.
Oh my god.
It's because literally, it's like though most people call me Grimm, I have entered a couple streams and rated a couple people where they're like, "Oh hi Shadow," I'm like, "What? Who? What? No, Nani?"
my name is so obvious. Like when I was thinking of what I'm gonna do someday when I have more personalized like model and whatnot, I was like, should I stay with Zero? I'm so used to this. And I was searching for ways to say Zero but as other words, so the search is not so mixed up, especially because you have to put VTubers for the search to even recognize that I exist on YouTube. When I search myself to check stuff from the other side, because when you have bajillion profiles, you're like brain work. So I was thinking about Rei, which is the other way to say Zero in Japanese. But yeah, for you, Shadow, you haven't seen my favorite scene of the anime, and I feel so sad about that.
Not yet, but however,
it's not actually. It's not spoiler because it's just literally like sentence that he says, but it's like pissed off Shadow, but actually pissed off Shadow and you're like, the VA is so good in Japanese, but poor English dub is so bad. Oh god. It makes Shadow sounds very bleak, like no. Poor Shadow. I learned I like English, especially now that I want to learn to voice act. I listen to English dub because of that, and sometimes it's exceptionally good for some anime. I didn't expect that to happen. You found me on YouTube. I mean, you can just type !socials and you can find me easier way instead of trying to find me on YouTube that way. But you do you know. But yeah, this anime is so.
Good luck trying to find me. Jesus.
I
Like,
found
good luck trying to find me.
the only reason I found Grimm is because he commented on our collab. If you want to find Grimm on YouTube, by the way, you have to check my collab with Grimm, the drinking collab. He commented there, so you can easily find him. Okay. Yeah. The number of times I have ended up watching anime or like reactions from my VTubing account by mistake, I was like, oh god, no. Because I try to make it like a clear account, you know, and just because I don't, it's nothing like, you know, fancy as a reason. It's more like my brain's like, I don't want to have 1 bajillion liked stuff because my personal account has like 5,000 liked stuff. Yeah, okay. So I'm like, but yeah,
But yeah, the reason why I had to start from the beginning is because my friend Gil commented on the word atomic.
oh
And
yeah,
I was confused about it at first. I'm like, wait, what?
oh yeah.
It's been a while. Oh, not been a while, but it's been like
Yeah, it's almost
a
1
month.
year old anime.
It's
Actually,
been like a month since I watched the first one, and it was like between a bunch of different anime. So I was just like, oh yeah, I should probably just watch the entirety of it.
one of the reasons why like I changed a bit the way I want to run Midnight Coffee Talks, first of all I want to be 1 anime instead of 2, is precisely because I want to rewatch the whole series, and most of the things that I recommend to people are kinda like for me are old because I had seen them literally 10 years ago or like 5 years ago, because I recommend favorite stuff of mine, and most of them are stuff that I had seen a while ago, because the last few years I watch anime but in kind of in portions. Like I just sit and binge bunch of stuff 2-3 times a year and don't watch consistently, and I want to remember everything, especially for more serious stuff. So I end up being like, yeah, we're gonna watch 1 anime that we agree on, because small brain doesn't work with rewatching like 25 episodes, especially when it ends up mean having to rewatch them like 3 or 2 days because time. But yeah, what do you think about Atomic?
It is.
They literally had to change his mic to like ASMR mic for 1 single word. Like, bruh. Oh god.
I am atomic.
For people who just listen to us speak and don't have no idea, and like are here just to listen to us ramble at the back, there is like that. So I think we should actually kind of explain what the anime is about for people who just don't mind, you know, spoilers and just are here to listen to us ramble. But the anime is about a guy who, in his normal day-to-day life, trains like insane. He, from childhood, he trains every single martial art that you can think of. He is very capable of beating the crap out of most people, especially if they are not like with guns and stuff. But plays the boring side character. He doesn't want people to think that he is capable, because his dream is to be, you know, the typical character in the shadows from like movies and manga and anime that, you know, pulls the strings from behind that is OP as heck. But because he's just a human, he can't do that. Like, his literal goal is to survive nuclear bomb. So it was like, okay. And what happens is that he gets isekai'd Truckan is like hitting him. But the thing is, Truckan doesn't just hit him. The guy sits in a forest, bashes his head on a like stone, think he's half conscious, sees a truck light, thinks that this is magic, and starts running to that light, and the truck hits him, and he actually is reborn. By the way, someone told me actually in one of like told the person I watched reacting to it that he actually sends a magic. That's why the second he's reborn, he sees that his sister has magic, because he actually sends magic in front of the truck, and it just happens that the truck is there. So he's not wholly like let me unalive myself, but then again he was ready to bash his skull on the stone. So
yeah, it's just like it was not fun.
Yeah,
for that part. It was just like
when I first saw that, I was like, yeah, he's insane. He's absolutely fully unhinged. But I love him for that. And also, I really like that the anime is very much playing off the tropes on typical isekai. Because like the MC, he has two names in the series. You know him. I don't remember his actual first human name. I know that but his name when he's reincarnated is Sid, and his like persona name is Shadow. Repeat. The fucking Slayer name, bruh. Oh god. Although I really like the fact that the military guy didn't make fun of the name, because he saw that guy literally killed somebody in span of like 30 seconds. It was like, yeah. The first thing you see about that guy is that he's very like to this day I don't know why they made like the decision of his words that are kind of not lies, but I don't know how to. Some of his words are purposely emphasized, like there is no background noise. It's just him almost whispery level saying something. It was so unnerving when I first watched the first episode. Was like, what? And also, it didn't occur to me that he's it didn't occur to me that he's wearing weights. But then I saw the thing and I was like, okay.
I noticed it. At the first time I've noticed something was a little off, because when he set his shoes down, it was just like a.
Yeah, it was really
like,
loud
little,
bang.
It's like at first I was like, that's a little traumatic, and then I saw the weights on his wrist. I'm like, oh, he has weights in his shoes too.
Yeah, he probably weighted his shoes too. What I like about Sid as a character is that like the whole anime is kind of subversion of expectations and like making fun of tropes in isekai, but at the same time Sid for real is like the skills and stuff he have are fully deserved, because everything he knows how to do is out of work. He wasn't born special like with any skills. From his human life he trained just constantly, and then when it's not said in the anime, but the slime thing, he made that thing after like literally years of research, and he's the only one that has the slime basically part of his body. The Shadow Garden doesn't have that. He gave them the slime, but he basically experimented on himself to combine the slime with his body. That's why he has a slime bodysuit, because he literally is half slime.
Yeah, it took me a while to. Well, it's like I knew like something was different about the slime, just because of the fact that when they had the magic canceled, he had made a comment about it even even goes after unknown magics.
Yeah, and also the rest of the girls, because they the suit they wear, is made by the slime, so it started evaporating because there is no magic, so the slime can't stay like a solid material. It just started being like it's melted. But before you started the anime, what you expected? Did you read the synopsis or anything? How you found about the anime? Because for the people, just the information. I started watching it, and then Grimm was, I know about this, and we were like, not an anime, we can destroy the ears of our listeners about it. Nice. That was basically how this collab turned to be.
This is gonna sound really corny, but when designing my character, or at least thinking of a final design for my character because it's still in the work in progress stage, I was frantically looking over Reaper aspects and also Shadow aspects.
Yeah.
And when I was searching up Shadow anime type of stuff, just to like get a visual representation of how shadows look in anime.
Yeah.
That popped up.
Okay.
It's like eminence in shadow, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch that just for research material.
Yeah, and oddly enough, it turned to be, at least in my opinion, very good series. I actually didn't expect to be so liked. Like, of course, my anime list is not the most accurate place, because some series that are really good end up being destroyed with the points like Babylon we had talked about. But it's fairly accurate for popular series. Like, if you see that people voted a lot for a series, there has to be a reason why. Like, it's more often to see series that doesn't deserve hate to get hated than series that deserve to be prized to be in the correct place, if you get what I mean. And I was like, oh my god, that has like 8.38 or what? And I was like, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, because second season, like the PV and the trailer were put like a thing on Mao. Even just the trailer is like 8.45. That's why I got confused when we're gonna get second season. Because they put the trailer like fucking season. I was like, wait, what? What the hell is happening? But yeah, this anime actually is gonna have second season October, and I am so happy. I really use my non-existent mental energy to read stuff online, because I have really hard time keeping my attention span. The only time when I have attention span is when I watch like movies and anime. That is other type of media. Manga fairly often manages to, stay in my head without me like skipping through stuff without reading actually. But full-on text is kinda no. But I'm gonna read that light novel. That, and also the light novel of Classroom of the Elite, because holy shit, another thing that I want with Grimm to talk one time when we finish it, because I decided to just abduct Grimm for this thing because I really enjoy talking. And Grimm is like, I'm just gonna let myself be dragged around.
I'm just a shadow. I get moved around everywhere.
I really want to draw that though. Like, genuinely, I want to try to draw that, but I don't think that I have the skills to make justice of that image of me, like, looking at you with that, kind of creepy-esque smile, in the anime, typical Friends moment where one is dragging the other somewhere. I want that.
It's like, you are now my friend. Just that the star in the eyes is just like.
Oh. Oh god.
Just like, can you imagine just Zero, like, doing a death grip onto my cloak and just like smiling with the star eyes? It's just like, you're coming with me now.
Oh god, especially because you're way taller than me. Mainly because I'm like short as heck. But that's gonna, like, I think that if there is gonna be anime only about us two or like our collab group is gonna be. It's gonna have the energy of Konosuba. Like like it's literally Chuni out of like Chuni and like edgy of the, but also idiotic with one brain cell separated on 6 people.
Yes.
Yeah, that. Oh, I have so many ideas for like fan art of our own antics. Oh god. But yeah, my way of finding actually the Eminence's shadow is recently many edits popped on my YouTube, like recommendations shorts, and I like watching them, you know, anime edits and stuff, because I find series that way. And there was that scene of Sid that you haven't seen yet, but in 2 episodes you're gonna see Sid fighting the red-haired woman, and also yeah, the red hair, the sister of the kind of creepy white hair girl, that, you know, the OP sister.
Yeah,
Iris. He's gonna fight her, and also the blonde woman that likes him because she thought that he died for her, like he put his life.
Oh, Rose.
Yeah, Rose. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I remember them while I was watching the series, and now it's out of my head.
Yeah, no. Me with names. This is like.
Yeah.
I have a list of the names in front of me, so.
That's a good idea, but you know, I should start actually doing it, because it's good to remember, especially since we basically talk to people who mostly don't know, just like to listen to us talk. At least there should be some differentiation for who and what we're talking about. But yeah, you know that he has like insane bloodlust, the same way his sister felt like he was capable of taking her head off at the beginning, like the 3rd episode, when they were sparring. Basically the MC is hiding even in his second life that he's very capable of stuff, since his goal is to basically play the everyday idiot while being very strong behind the scenes and having organization that deals with, you know, crimes and stuff. But because of that, like, he has insane bloodlust, and he's able to kind of, like, when he's thinking what he can do to the person, if they're skilled enough, they're feeling it, like just you know, the shivers you have down the spine. Something is off, you know. And basically what I saw is Iris feeling that, but imagining how her head is like chopped off.
I know what you're talking about. So I think I know. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, because I've done the D&D character, which is this Oni Samurai.
Oh.
And I've done a lot of anime shows with him. That's one of them, to where it's like almost in a Bleach aspect, where it's like you pretty much give the aura, give the feeling of like someone's slicing your head off, but not actually happening.
Yeah, exactly. But it comes from the fact that she's skilled enough to know that he's gonna be able to do that. I saw that like the whole scene of the fight, and I was like, that's cool. And my first like prediction was that it's gonna be very, how to say it, like that the type of series that you call like guilty pleasure, because it's not gonna be very very interesting, but at the same time it's gonna have cool moments, you know. You just watch it to pass time, and it's not that but turns out it's very well made. Like,
yeah,
it's very hard to create character like Sid, in my opinion. the closest thing is
right.
Ainz from Overworld. You
Yeah,
had seen it.
I have to a certain point.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, you had told me.
as I
Yeah.
told you before. As I
Yeah.
told you before, yeah, it's just like, but
For me, like the difference, uh, what differentiates Sid from the typical OP Isekai character is that he's self-aware enough from his human life that he's one of the few people, if not the only one, that continues to strive for a childhood dream of being like super powerful and all this fantasy stuff that come from anime and books, you know um, and the fact that he's not even wanting to be hero or villain and just wants to be the behind the scenes dark
Eminence in
character.
shadow.
Yeah, literally eminence in shadow. Like
Hmm.
he's chaotic neutral in my opinion, probably.
Yes.
Although in some aspects, you had seen Shelly, you had seen what he did. He was genuinely pissed off at that guy because
Mhm.
that's the first time he let somebody know who he is, because he was, oh, you killed her that way, and the guy told that only to Sid. So that's why he, at the end, before he closed his eyes, he was you. Like he realized that was Sid, because oh yeah,
Mhm.
and also decided
Looking
to,
into the mirror.
yeah, and also decided to not tell her, which basically means that she's gonna hate him. And I think that he actually liked her because she's so like uh, innocent, like girl, and just tra la 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 la. Like she's not manipulative or anything, and didn't try to impose anything on him. And the rest,
Very, very airhead.
yeah. Hmm, hmm.
Although, why do they have to get so
Yeah,
fan
chocolate.
servicey with the fucking chocolate?
Yeah, I think interestingly enough, aside from the chocolate, I think every other fan service scene wasn't actually fan servicey. Like except that episode 10, that was the whole thing with the bathing suits and whatnot. But most of the time, like the anime is listed as harem, but it doesn't feel harem. Like at least for me, not because Sid ignores stuff, but because it's this weird sense of where they manage to make the characters like him, but they realize that he's not gonna end up with them. So it's like unwritten sense of every one of us likes him for different reasons, and we just gonna roll with the fact that we can go only so far to be with him, like only so close.
It's more of,
Mhm.
uh, so like with typical harem, it's like they're on equal level, like pretty
Yeah,
much. It's like they're all the main character is on equal level with the people around him.
yeah.
However,
Or
in this
is
time,
dumb and
it's more
doesn't
of like,
realize what's happening.
but still, it's like on like they're either high school or the girls are above him.
Yeah, yeah.
In that time. But in this one, this is more of this is more a like a cult sort of thing, or like I adore him for what he has done,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
in the outside view, it looks like a cult.
yeah, there, and also to some extent, is especially for the first seven, is especially for Alpha, is almost parental figure because of the way stuff happened. Because like he saved them, and the first seven were like trained by him. That's why they're so OP. Like he trained them because they were just children living alone. Like and when you think about how long he lived, he's technically 32 years old. Because
Mhm.
because he died at 16, and the story, at least the first season, ends up when he's 16. So he was 32 mentally, and it makes sense why it's so like distant about this stuff, which is interesting. Like he's not. He has very
Nope.
weird rules for stuff, but also they make sense for him.
Yeah. However,
Because
part of me wants to think of it. It's like I had this like weird theory or weird thought, like as we were talking. It's like does that mean this is all just some weird like coma scenario for him because like everything he had quote unquote made up is becoming real,
Yeah,
and so it's like, I mean, kudos on the author for like making it flow and seem like, you know, because he would have known about all that if beforehand, but it seems like the world is just trying to make his world or his
yeah.
world a reality.
I read comments of people, like when I watched reaction videos of the episodes, I read comments of people who are watching the anime with the reactor, and they had the same theory, where is the world shaping itself around what he wants. But it's just freaky coincidence. At least from what I hear, like people from light novel also haven't mentioned like iffy stuff about the world for that particularly. So it's just the comedy comes from the fact that he's self-aware enough to know that he's insane. So he knows that normally people will go with the play of, you know, people in the shadow and whatnot for so long, and they're gonna outgrow it. But it didn't happen because it's actually a real thing. And at the same time, I really like the fact that he's genuinely thankful for Alpha and the rest for like continuing the play, even if, because in his head they have day-to-day life, and just because they're thankful to him, go sometimes with him, like meet him and continue the play.
Yeah, it's just it's still going on pretty much. It's like even like in episode 16 where it's just like it's just like they are, he's going solo because he thinks that they're all just kind of helping him.
Yeah.
Keep that childlike mentality alive.
Yeah. And another interesting, I think, in this show, what's like, you can talk about what's happening, but also you can talk a lot about the character. Like every character is like made complex enough not to be just like filler character. Yeah. For example, Iris is kind of confusing for some people because they don't get why she's so pissed off at Shadow, like the actual Shadow, because she basically, like, what happens in the last 4 episodes make people very confused because she's very pissed off. It's not like you don't see it previously, but you're gonna see what I mean by very pissed off.
Yeah, like, I can understand why she's pissed off at Shadow, just because it's like everywhere he has been, there has been some sort of calamity, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because we had the first atomic.
Yeah. By the way, interesting fact for Atomic from the light novel is that he used that before when he was developing it. So there is part in light novel where he's testing stuff out, and the thing with Atomic is that he can't choose which like individuals to affect with Atomic. So when there is like a blast on the whole city, it's not like he's killing everybody. He can choose who to kill, basically. It's like a individual nuke for each person he wants to kill without killing the rest.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. That's.
I kind of have noticed that because of the whole, like, not sphere, but kind of barrier that was around it.
Yeah,
the first one, anyways.
He tried to save the girl, like to not let her get hurt. That's why he made the barrier. Like, he's essentially putting the barrier to put like place where the calamity is gonna happen, instead of just raining down on the whole fucking earth, you know. Because I don't know if he can do that, but I bet that he has the ability. After all, he literally was fighting
the freaking Diablo.
Yeah.
Not Diablo.
Yeah, she is though. She is. She is the demon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That one girl was the arm of Diablo, pretty much. I realized that uh sort of early on. I was like,
Yeah. Because
the
like,
the only thing that was in chains pretty much was the arm.
yeah. So there is the other parts.
Yeah.
Probably. After I don't know how long the light novel is, but I assume that they're gonna be even season 3 because from what it seems from the trailer for season 2, it grabs one arc that is like a vampire arc. Yeah. Um, and
Instead of the arcs that we have in the
yeah.
first season.
I mean, technically, the first season is introductory if you think about it, because the way everybody feel about him is set in the first season. Like, and you kind of see him starting things officially, But
Yeah.
he is interesting character because there are like things that he actually cares about and really gets pissed off about. The first thing we see, I think that's like this, is that he really dislikes people who use borrowed power, because he's one of the rare, in general, in like isekai, rare characters that is fully made by himself. No god, deity, nothing is giving him power. As everybody in that world can detect magic. It's not like limited to people. The question is how much they train to use that magic.
Yeah, like the freaking beads of Diablo.
Yeah, and for example, the guy he first fought, like the one that was betrothed to Alexia.
Oh yeah.
That
Alexia.
guy, Alexia. Ooh, I remember the name. Nice. But he, I don't know if he told him that or to the first guy he actually fought, who was like the father of the girl, the first one that used the beads. Like when we for the first time see the Shadow Garden. Shadow Garden is a Shadows organization. It starts with 7 girls that he saves because they're possessed and like live like these blobs without like they're just rolling around literally, and I assume in a lot of pain, and he saved them, and from there these 7 girls started creating a full-on organization, which by the way you're gonna learn at the end of the season how big that shit is, because it's bigger than it seems it is.
And it already seems pretty big because of the what's her name? I forget her name.
Delta? Oh,
No,
the girl that is actually unable to fight, right?
Yeah.
Gamma.
Yeah.
She's Gamma.
Yeah.
She's Gamma. Yeah. They use a numerical system for their names because they literally don't remember who they were before that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm seeing emphasis. Like where I am at, I've been seeing like some things involving Alpha, just because of like the how they had the same face with that one goddess.
Yeah. With it's not even goddess. It's one of like the children that they. One of the children that were experiments. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But for him is like he hates people that borrow power because he trained his ass off to get his power. But from the part with Shelly is one of the girls he meets that is very clumsy, very intelligent, but very bad in social situations. She's adopted by one guy that turns out that killed her mother. and basically Shadow is like, I'm not gonna tell you that because you don't need to know it. And also he killed the guy the same way that the guys told him that he killed her father, which is the first actual like revenge thing for a reason that he did. They're like, oh yeah, you care.
Yeah, that was.
Also, another thing that shows that he cares is when the guy asked him, so you don't care about a foolish mother and a foolish daughter, or whatever, however that was worded. He didn't reply. He just said that they have to start fighting before people come. So he didn't reply to that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it was just like.
yeah. I think every time they show him, like they hide his face, it's time where he's serious, and is that because we technically don't know who he is. He's Shadow, which is, you know, his desire for who he wants to be. But aside from that, like everyday person, we don't know who he is because he plays idiot. So you just hear his his idea. Yeah, the number of things they used. Like I bet the writer is fan of like Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Ghoul, for sure.
Yeah.
Because of the biting of the neck. By the way, I fucking love that scene, bruh.
Oh yeah, that was.
He literally broke her arm, then turned her around and beat her neck to like chill out her artery so she can die. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that was insane. I was like, I thought he was going to do something with that blood so he could bring out the sword.
Yeah.
But I was like, nope, just plain out killer. Got it.
Yeah, it was very cool because it had a reason. It's actually a reasonable way to do that if the opponent is like the way she is. Especially if he was a bit more like a standard person and not so OP as he is. By the way Alpha talks about him, like for some situations, make me think that he actually like in that world he as a person might be reincarnation of something. Because Alpha talks like, of course, you know, they think that he's very intelligent or not, and he is technically. He's just so self-aware that thinks that everything else is like faked for him. But yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
otherworldly knowledge, the books that was written.
The plagiarism, bruh.
Also, did you also notice the what is it? How's it said? Where he started to say Kagano Ditsuri. I cannot read that.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah. I mean, the books were like weirdly named rip-offs of actual like manga and books and whatnot.
Yeah, but one of the manga was about to be said as Eminence in Shadow.
Noticed that's smart. Animes like that do this, but I haven't noticed it.
Yeah, it's like, Beta, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What sort of fourth wall are you breaking here?
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense. Like he told them about this, and that also shows that he's not like just with them. He genuinely cares about them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that even like because he's clearly a psychopath, he is like he himself says that he's like fucked up in the head when he talks with Alexia. Like when they decide to make the trade for the money. He's like, yeah, my head, I am screwed in the head. Welcome. And calling me like very flawed is actually a compliment. That's like.
Yeah, it's like, do you think, do you see me as the type of person who would be influenced by money?
Yes.
Because you're right.
Yeah. I also, speaking of stuff that he says and stuff that are probably like real him. Is the thing that that guy told him, like, I'm gonna make the whole country go against you because I set up everything. Because for people, the father, like the adoptive father of Shelly, basically runs second Shadow Garden that are just imposters that fuck shit around, so at the end they can blame the actual Shadow and his people for everything that they do. And he was like, do you think I really care about this? Like, huh? I never intended to be a good person to begin with, bruh.
It's like, you act like I care.
Yeah. I think
Because
that,
he doesn't walk
Yeah.
the path of like righteous or evil.
yeah,
It's just he's there to do what he wants. Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, and his idea is to kill, the bad guys behind the scenes, but also to control stuff behind the scenes, and also the fact that in his head, like you see when he understands who is actually powerful, but because of his level, people that are semi-powerful look like thugs, the same people that he just was beating day to day in his life as a human. So he assumes that at least till like episode 5, no, before the fight with the woman that is actually the arm of the demon. Before that, I think that he just assumes that everybody are kind of thugs and killers, day-to-day criminals. Not somebody who generally would be like dangerous for people because of his level. But at the same time, he genuinely can assist and like he can check somebody and be like, you have more magic, for example, than Alpha, but you don't know shit how to use it.
Yeah.
Imagine having more potential than Alpha and still being so weak. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just like, damn. Well, also the other thing is like, in the lessons that he was giving with the first like major fights.
Yeah.
Major fight because of the
I like the way he was saving
future knights of the round.
Yeah. Knights. I really like how he was like, yeah, future knight, like future round. He's like, watching him from above and like, you're nothing, my guy.
It's just hearing that, it's just like,
yeah. He really dislikes people like that are very non-self-aware, and things that, and also use power that is not theirs. But that is one of the more him things that are actually who he is.
Yeah. Oh, also, have you noticed? I noticed this on my second time watching through the beginning portion, that the girl in the very beginning, the one who gets kidnapped, ends up being the Sid's sister.
Yeah, I think they're the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're the same, or at least their design is purposely made to be very similar.
Yeah.
From the light novel, I haven't read. I just saw different comments that are filling some of the gaps. That apparently the anime is pretty much fully, accurately adapted from the light novel, with just some interesting tidbits that miss, So it's not like they talk about Classroom of the Elite, where apparently it's quite a lot of things chopped off. That's why I plan to read it, by the way. But so as his sister, at least, she doesn't detect his magic power. She knows that he's very capable. Like, in the way she sees him is like this lazy brother that has enormous potential for non-magical combat if he puts his work to it. And that's why she's so pissed off at him, because she thinks that if he stops being lazy jackass and starts training, he can be on her level even without magic. That's the way she sees him, and that's why she uses. That's why she says that he trains her, because she knows that his potential for non-magical swordplay is better than her level.
Yeah.
She just doesn't detect his magic, which is kind of I think for the biggest compliment, because she literally is assessing him the way he is as a human, without like as if he is not reincarnated in World of Magic, and still she thinks that he's very talented and everything when it comes to combat is learned by him without any help. So it's like, yay!
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's due to the slime, because this could be just my knowledge of the slime anime happening, but it could just be like not absorbing but blocking his magic from the outside.
I think that he genuinely just can't turn on and off his bloodlust when he wants. And that includes like how powerful people detect him as. Although when he's playing that ordinary swordsman,
Mundane man.
yeah, he can't hide it. But because Iris realized that he's strong based on the way that he's looking at people. Because he was looking at people with confidence that he. So it's like doesn't matter how he looks. He looks at people like he can kill them if any second if he wants, because that's what he can do. So,
I can kill them like sparrow egg between thighs.
yeah.
Sorry.
But
Doing a little reference to putting a little reference to Wreck-It Ralph.
oh,
There.
but yeah, I also like that there is actual story, and like even though Sid doesn't realize, like I think that to some extent he starts to grasp the idea that shit are kinda more like serious, for like the situation is like a bit more high ground at the end. These 4 episodes that you have to see. It's just that he's self-aware that he's so strong, and he really hates people thinking that he's weak. Because like, bruh, I trained so much, I literally can't kill you with my eyes. The fuck you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the fact that most people look down on him,
Yeah.
and
No, he wants.
kind of gets. Yeah, he wants people to look down on him, but when
When they don't know
he
who he
kinda gets-
is. Yeah.
yeah, and it kind of gets like a satisfaction of proving them wrong.
Yeah, but also.
Or death.
Yeah, I also think that is the thing with when he's purposely playing the background character, he's okay and even wants people to see him as weak and like the typical idiotic third or second, at the back of a story. But when they had seen his power and still doubt him, he really gets pissed off. Which is what I mean, like what's gonna happen in the end of the season. You're gonna see what happens when somebody really thinks that he's weaker than, like, even after everything they see and then still think that he's weak. You're really gonna piss off that guy. Please don't do that.
Please don't piss off the guy who can go atomic.
He's literally a god
Wide
level.
range atomic.
He's literally a god level. Like,
Yeah.
But,
No joke.
oh, looking at what's gonna happen from the trailer for second season, shit's gonna hit the fan. Like, also, he's gonna become very attractive. Oops. I saw pages from the manga. Boy is wearing like small ponytail, and the whole royalty vibe. I think there is gonna be he's gonna be a bit older too, which is gonna make his face look less childish. Although he technically looks so innocent when he's playing the background character. His real self and his real voice is when he's
It,
when,
go, it
when
goes from this voice to this voice.
yeah, his actual voice and like look and everything is shadow. Um, even when he talks to Alpha and just sits there and she gives him the sandwich, he's talking more like a shadow, more deeper tone. So I think that's how he actually sounds.
Yeah,
I
kind of
like,
like mid-tone.
yeah, I like how she was like basically stripping him, and then was like, Delta is here. She missed you. And Delta basically like destroyed the shit out of that building just with one hand.
Yeah. I should ask, which one is your favorite shadow?
Of the girls, which one? Which is my
of
favorite?
the 7 shadows.
I would say, because I don't want to choose only one person, but I'm gonna like say the 3 characters that I really like. Hello. I like Alpha the best because it just like, I don't know why, but exactly that episode where he went to give him a sandwich, I don't know, it felt very
Genuine.
She's genuine always, and he is genuine towards her, aside from the thing that he said to her at the beginning. But I don't know, it just feels very understanding. I don't know why. I really started to really like her after that. Then I think probably it's gonna be Delta and then Gamma. Because I don't like it's not like I don't like, but I find very funny the woman with the that was
Epsilon.
Epsilon, yeah. But she's also very kind. I think they are very kind in general. Just life was terrible before they met Sid, and I was like, But yeah, my favorite is probably Alpha, and I like Delta because I like I love her design. Obviously, yeah. I mean, Infamy became a cat. How many cats I'm gonna know at this point?
You're just gonna start piling up cats, just like, you're mine now, you're mine now.
I just figured, by the way, speaking of cats, I was checking stuff on my Twitter, and turns out I'm in, like, people can put you in, like, circles and stuff. I'm in a group thing with that they collected, like, wolf VTubers, and I was like, okay. Not okay. I mean, we are kind of rare. Most are kind of cats or dogs. Kitsune, like, rarely is somebody who is fully wolf or half wolf. We're kind of more rare cases.
Yeah, I think there's more like Reaper VTubers than there are wolf VTubers.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I think I had seen Reapers. In general, there are kind of mystical creatures and stuff that are roaming around. But yeah.
This is the vibe we give off.
Who is your favorite from the 7? Delta?
Yeah, Delta.
By the way, interesting tidbit from the light novel. Apparently, Delta, like, she doesn't have the skills to use a sword, like, actually to use it. So what Sid told her and another person, but it's not Gamma, I think it's the other cat girl, the one in white.
Oh yeah.
Is that since they can't actually control their magic to fully fight as a sword, to use them as like a blunt attack. That's why the way she destroyed the copies of that guy was basically making giant sword and smashing it over them like a pan instead of actually like cutting them, because that's the only way she can use. Like, she's very much a tank character, I think.
And the entire time, it's just like you saw that that look in her eye, and it's just like, oh, shit's gonna get real.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I don't know why. I love characters like that. It's like,
Mm,
uh, but it's also I love the way Alpha's just like Delta,
mm,
Delta.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, Alpha is the strongest one after all. She's the first person he saved. Um, and then she found the rest with him. The rest 7,
mhm.
and the thing that you're gonna see what happened after that, how many there are. I was like, wow, okay. And also there is actual reason for them to do whatever they are doing, since they literally got tortured and everything. Which,
Yeah, I
yeah,
realized that really early or not really early, but once they started the flashbacks, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
oh, oh.
yeah. I mean, they use tropes for stories like this, but still it feels fresh, I think. Like, in my opinion, it's very hard to create story that many people see Eminence in Shadow as more of a comedy rather than um, dark fantasy, but it's technically pretty fucked up story if you think about. The only comedic things come from the fact that the Sid is purposely making some of the stuff, but when the stuff hit the fan, he's actually serious about the situation. So it's like you have comedy from the fact that he assumes that the things are less serious than they are, but then in most of the time when things are shown in front of him, he's like, I'm gonna do that. Like, I think he genuinely felt sad that the demon lady had to disappear. Um,
Yeah, and also that kiss.
mm, yeah, and also I think that he felt sad that Shelly is gonna hate him, because he liked her actually as a person.
Yeah, though I have a part of me has a feeling that it's going to be like not really I have a feeling that he's gonna enjoy the kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not antagonist, but rival.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that he would, but at the same time, he saw her basically break down in front of her father. I mean, although he's cold-hearted, as he told to Alexia that he wouldn't care if million people die. The specific people he knows, I think he cares about them. But yeah, I think he's gonna enjoy living through that trope moment, but didn't enjoy the fact that it had to happen, because
Yeah.
the same way I think that he genuinely cared about Rose when she was. Have you seen that scene actually when he met her outside when she told him that
Yes.
she's gonna get married with that
Yeah.
guy.
I saw that.
Yeah, I think that also was genuine thing. Like, there are specific kind of ways he acts when it feels like it's not a play for a character. And I think that was a thing. That's why he told her he's not gonna congratulate her because he knows she likes him. It's kind of mean to say that, even though
Yeah, it's like congratulations.
Yeah.
Yay.
Even though I kind of reject you and at least you can't be around me, but now you're not gonna be able to because you're gonna get married for political reasons, which is even worse, because she's kind of from a country that is based on like sensibilities and art and stuff, and she'd end up being a swordswoman, and it's like, oh no. But yeah, he's serious for some stuff. I really like that he's serious about piano too.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not,
kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that we only get to see him play the one time in the beginning, but it's significant because you see all the you see the fact that he's done all this training for like gaining more power, and
Yeah,
yet he still has the time for piano.
yeah. You're gonna see him play piano 2 times. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but I really like that he actually cares about piano. It's like, yeah, it can be cool background for Eminence in Shadow, but also I genuinely care about it. And also, it's a bit of tidbit you when you learn about him as a person, considering that he was forced to learn piano at the beginning before him liking it. So apparently he was semi-noble before, even as a normal human. Because that school was expensive, like, if you think about it.
Yeah, the grand piano.
The woman, the girl that turns out later to be, like, his sister, she was, like, going to that school with the driver and anything and everything, so the school is actually preppy, which means that he was, like, playing the same role of being the idiot in the preppy school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I like his. I don't know. Like, I know that the idea is to see him mainly, like not mainly, but see the show on comedic side. But I actually was invested the whole time. I was like, I know. Especially when she started hitting the fan. And also, I love his, like, moments when he says actual stuff that are, like, things that he actually thinks or is just relevant. It's like, ooh, yay, cool moment, nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like part of me likes overpowered characters, part of me doesn't, because the fact that it can be done poorly.
Yeah.
But this one, but also the fact that it's like you can tell, even if it's like an overpowered character, it's like once you get them pissed off, so kind of like All Might in My Hero, where it's like you could tell when he's really pissed off because he doesn't smile.
Yeah.
And it's like at first he is like an overpowered character, so.
I mean, we pretty fast learn that he's kind of limited with that, so the OP part kind of vanishes pretty fast. Because he's limited to for how long he can be OP, which is by default destroying the fact that he's OP because they just can't grab him when he's weak and kill him. So I think recently they have good time with creating successfully OP characters, because I had watched in the past year, I think 3 or 4 series with technically OP character that either doesn't feel like they're like such because of the story, or the fact that their OP is one of the reasons the story works. Because like One Punch Man is one of the cases where it's like, yeah. I really love One Punch Man.
I need to finish the second season, actually.
I really like the series. The only thing I don't like is the fact that because it's based to be a parody comedy and then action, is that people don't take Saitama serious for the fact that the dude literally is having depression constantly. He doesn't feel shit. Like, hello? Especially the important moments in the series, like where he's lying and taking the blame for stuff and whatnot. I was like, oh no, please don't do that to yourself. And I'm like,
my favorite line from that anime so far is like, though I like the English voice acting as for it as well, the Japanese dub for it, or not Japanese dub, the Japanese version.
I mean, it's dub, like, basically.
Who's this? Yeah, true. True. It's good. It's gonna be the who's this sassy lost child?
What? I haven't watched second season, by the way. I had seen only first.
This is in the first season. It's when when he first encounters Tornado.
Yeah. Tornado. But yeah, this is one of where it's well made. There is another one that's Misfit of Demon King Academy, where the MC is basically like the Demon King and the hero of the time want to stop the war between humans and demons, and the demon basically allows the hero to kill him just to stop the war. But he's so strong that he's gonna reincarnate 2000 years in the future in somebody. And the demons of the current time are like picking up like kids that have the potential to become Demon King and put them in like kind of university, kind of school place, to like educate them on different stories and like powers and whatnot, waiting for him to be reborn practically. But he already did in one of the person, like he's literally the same. He just got born and in 1 month grew into a like teen. He basically self-grew himself to be okay on time. But the thing is, he looks at all characters like his children because he knows who he is and knows how old he is. But everything that had happened in those 2000 years led to first people believe another person was the Demon King with other name. Let them believe that the Demon King is way too perfect and like based the thing on the power system instead of the person. So they don't believe that he is like the Demon King no matter how powerful he is, because they have expectations for the Demon King to be totally different character, because you know stories change with time and they like the legend changed his character and his identity totally. And also there is some shitty stuff at the background that literally made people believe that he has another name, and although he's using his own fucking name, they don't see that name as the name of the Demon King because they thought and so it sounds very like he's very OP. He literally can destroy everything, but he's so caring to people because he sees every single one of them as children of his, and then random people show that are reincarnation of his own people or like people he knew. And it's very well made OP story where like the MC is really OP. Compared to Sid, where Sid has to fight with some people, like
actually fight with them.
Yeah, that guy literally can obliterate everybody. Like they're not gonna be like need for any fight, but it's very well made. There is second season, by the way. I haven't seen it yet, but also the animation is incredible. I don't remember which studio it was from, but boy. And there is another one. I don't know the name of the series. It was, light novel series names are kind of
long,
but basically is ex sniper guy from a mafia. Like he's raised to be a killer from the time that he opened his eyes. So he is raised to not feel emotions, to be like killing machine, and his like organization decides to kill him when he's not needed, and he was ready to kill himself if they said so, but they thought that he's gonna refuse. So basically made it so he blows up the whole fucking plane with him and like hundreds of people on that plane just to kill him. And he gets to meet a goddess of a world, and she kind of tasks him with the mission to kill the hero of that world, because after the hero kills the demon of that world, he's gonna become the thing that's gonna destroy the world. So he's tasked to build his skills till he can't kill the hero, which is 16 years. He has 16 years, and that's the thing that he agrees on, so he can keep his memories. Because before he dies, he decides that he's no longer gonna act without using his emotions. So he wants to just the idea is, I'm gonna kill for my own life to reach place where I can be happy and everything. And he's reincarnated in a family of royal assassins that on the surface play as doctors. So they both save people and kill people. It's so fucking good series. Have you heard
Yo.
the controversial thing with that light novel adaptation that I don't know how it wasn't rated as hentai. How was the name?
Are you talking about interspecies?
No, it's not that.
Or no?
No.
Okay.
I
think.
the healer guy.
Yeah, healer of another world or something like that.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, you get the series, the same thing.
Yeah.
The same guy who wrote that, and he wrote it only so he can get money in order to create the actual story he wants to make, which is the story of that assassin guy.
Oh.
The story is so much better because obviously, the themes are dark because in the stories, like, the bad guys basically sell off children and stuff like that. But the story is very well made. There is harem aspect, but it's not like it's like they all know that he has one person that he likes, because he meets her from the start and everything. It's so well made, and I was like, yo, you basically catfished people for money so you can create this. Okay, I am on your side. Because there is interview where the guy literally straight up says, yeah, I made all this thing because I knew that it's gonna become controversial and gonna bring a lot of money, and I need money to make the story I want. I mean, it worked. It worked.
It worked. I'm never gonna watch Redo of a Healer just because it's like one is like I will I'll be cringing to death because of some of the torture stuff. It's like no.
Yeah, it's very nasty. I think I skipped through the anime, just glossed over it. I don't remember. I know that I had seen fully the first 3 episodes, and after that I think just skipped through to see what the hell is gonna happen. I still can't believe that they actually adapted this thing. But then again, they are currently adapting Oshi no Ko, which is another. Ow! I haven't actually seen the anime and only had heard about what's happening in the light novel / manga, but yeah, how that ended up adapted, I have no fucking idea. But it's blowing up Twitter, that is. People that like to watch shoujo anime are basically wanting to gouge their eyes. You sweet summer child. Sweet summer child. Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. I'm a child.
I know that me and you like dark stories and stuff like that, so we're not so phased when shit hits the fan, but some people are so naive about this, are like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's have you read Oshinoko at all?
No, it's not on that, it's I think there currently is kinda movement, so to speak, especially around people who are predominantly watch shoujo, which is nothing bad. I like good shoujo like Horimi or stuff like this. But they expect the characters to be perfect without flaws, which is kind of weird because for example, how I can speak. Have you seen Aoharu Ride?
The what?
Aoharu Ride. I don't know if you know it. Blue Summer.
I
I think the English translation is Blue Summer. Um,
I have not known.
no, there is like the main character basically loses his mother when he's like preteen, and he's blaming himself for that. And part of why he's a jackass is because he's building a like wall to not repeat what happened. And people are kind of calling him a red flag, and I'm like, no, he needs therapy, nothing much. Like, what? Or Your Lion April, like.
That I need to watch actually.
Yeah, that people call the main girl in that red flag too, which is the what the hell? So the standards are kind of weird nowadays. Like I'm like, you have to like. That's a easy way to determine if somebody is coming from the OG times of anime where shit were genuinely kind of off, especially if you watch like romantic stories with like only guys or only girls, especially the guy side. There were so many like red flag questionable shit that was happening that if somebody with like current sensibilities watch it, it's gonna be like, the fuck? I still have the posters in my room though. It's so funny. My family for a long time, I think that they still think that one of the guys is actually a girl. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm gonna send you a later picture. I mean, depending on the style, but it's so clear that's a guy. I'm like, roll with whatever the hell you want. But yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. Could be that one anime. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just like it's become a meme at this point.
Oh,
because,
yeah. Yeah, I know. But yeah, tangents as always. I am to blame. I take all the blame for the tangents. But I like talking about anime.
Yeah, no. This is what Coffee Talk is. We're here to talk about anime. We mostly focus on one specific anime, but sometimes we can go on tangents about other anime.
Yeah.
Especially when the anime is good, and the fact that it is in the category of some of the bigger anime as well.
Yeah, I didn't know how like at some point I read I can't like confirm it myself, but one of the comments about Feminine Shadow is at some point in Japan, I think it like for airing and stuff, you know, statistics, it bypassed Bleach for like attention and stuff. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
The hell? What? I mean, props to it, like,
Yeah.
nice, but Jesus Christ, like, just because it's Bleach, it kind of has the unwritten, like, pass for, you know, being,
Very popular.
yeah, very popular, no matter if it's bad or good adaptation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I still prefer the manga. I still prefer the manga Bleach over the anime.
I had seen only a few of the first episodes of Bleach. I haven't read the manga, but the style of the manga changes so drastically, Jesus. And it's kind of very much. There are several illustrators I like that basically adapted that very specific style, especially drawing people in profile, because it's kind of more like the parts of the face are not so visibly separated from it. Like the nose is kind of small, the lips are kind of close to the mouth, to the like overall shape of the head and stuff. It's very specific, and when I see it, like, oh yeah, you started by copying Bleach and then developed your style. Nice. Which is, by the way, accurate way to do. It's not like me, like drawing, and every time the style is a bit different because I can't repeat the same thing. Oh, like I can, but not always. It's like,
You're not the only one. It's like I can draw something and it's just like Well, it's never gonna look that good again.
But yeah, I got so surprised for Eminence in Shadow because I think if you watch it purely as comedy, you're gonna have very good time. If you watch it a serious story, it also can work, which is how I ended up watching it without wanting. Like I didn't intend to look at it so serious, but at the end of the day, what happened is I was like when there were like funny moments, I was like ha ha ha, but then it's like oh nope, oh okay, that's bad. Like the whole scene with Alexia being so chill, being tortured basically. I was like, girl,
Oh yeah, that was
girl.
like it. Is your hatred that deep, or not hatred, but is your depression that deep?
Yeah, basically, I think that she genuinely didn't care what's gonna happen to her. The only reason she started caring and kind of went into like a rehabilitation arc was because she saw Shadow using the same fencing style and it working on such like incredible level. So she
Yeah.
saw potential for what she can do without having to be like her sister. It was like showing a chance of becoming something that she thought that she never could because her actual style is so mundane. Um, Another thing that he actually cared about, like he genuinely got pissed off at her for looking down on the fencing because he learned it and he made it so OP. He's like, what the hell you're even saying, bruh?
Yeah, the fact that she drew his sword at Sid,
Yeah.
drew her sword at Sid.
Yeah.
The when Sid complimented on how by the book her sword style was.
Yeah.
It's just like because he knows that it's like it can be done well. It's like even if you don't like change it, it
Yeah.
still can be done.
It can be what she wants to be like. It can be. It's not. It not only it can be on the level of Iris. It can be like miles above Iris, while still not using magic even. Like one of the reasons Iris and the rest got so pissed off was because they realized that they can't do anything without magic. Like, by the way, the fact that he actually died, he was ready to die for that.
Oh yeah, for his own bucket list.
Yeah, for people that are watching this, so since he so much wants to be background character in day-to-day life, he basically let people like stab him in the chest, and he technically died for like 10 minutes and then used like his own fist to restart his heart, because it was like kind of mental like save me moment think in his head that in 10 minutes you have to like restart your heart or you're gonna die. I'm like
Yeah. Have you used magic to keep the blood flowing
to his head so it doesn't
yeah,
so he doesn't end up with like brain injuries and stuff to destroy his mind. But his heart was actually stopped, and I'm like, hello, Jesus Christ, okay, he's dedicated, you can't give him, like he was literally ready to die. Like,
also it's like I'm dead.
yeah, I'm dead. That was so funny. Oh, that was so
one of my favorite series happens to be like One Piece as well, just because of the storytelling, and it's like it can be serious and it's a comedic aspect as well. So this anime kind of like goes up against that, where it's like it can be serious, it can be jokey, and all in all, it is a goofy anime, but it's serious at the same time.
Yeah, it's and because Sid takes his like position as Shadow actually seriously, which keeps it serious in general. Because like, yeah, you're gonna see one of the moments where he's playing piano. He's playing it both for show, but also to save somebody, because they're literally getting possessed in front of him. So he's like, yeah. So he's very interesting character, especially because you literally don't know who he is, aside from these like rare glimpses of when he actually gets pissed off and shit.
Yeah, the real moments, not including the eminence and shadow,
Yeah.
and the what's it called?
Sid, the background character.
Sid, the background character.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Shadow is more who Sid is than Sid, the background character. Because the actual Sid is not like, I am atomic. Yeah, I am atomic. I mean,
I am atomic.
It literally made me jump out of my seat because of the whole thing that they actually use ASMR mic.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Just like, there.
Oh, I love the scene where he's fighting in that, fighting that girl that was made into a weapon. And just like the cliffhanger at the end where he's opening his eye, and you hear the voice distortion, because it's like, Skamata, I got you, and the eyes opening is like,
yeah, just that. It was just like, I knew he was doing something because of the eye
because he
being
was
closed. I'm like, he's
keeping his eye constantly closed. Yeah, but I didn't expect it to.
cooking up something.
Yeah, it was so, but it was so cool though. Like,
It was. Also, the fact that it's like, you can be stabbed all you want as long as you keep your vital organs intact. It's like, you can just move your heart. It's like,
yeah, that's his level of understanding of stuff. And for him, that what pisses him off is that he knows how like inhumane stuff can become if the person trains enough, but people don't train like him, so it's end up being
so do you want to go first?
No, I'm gonna make you suffer and let you be first.
One of the so my favorite is Delta. I don't know why I like gravitate towards those characters. Like normally I'll go for like the silver hair characters, but because initially based on aesthetics alone, I was thinking about I was gonna like Epsilon.
Oh, okay.
Just by the
I mean, she's very pretty,
the attire and just the visual aesthetics. However, once I saw her personnel,
look at the comments. Nope. Look at the comments. Because I got that you got the question wrong.
Oh.
That's why I make you reply first.
Wait, hold on. Oh.
That's why I let you talk first.
Oh.
Thank you for that comment, by the way. Now I can give back at Grimm for using ASMR voice last time and making me lose my mind. Jesus Christ. We need that thing that's like loading screen.
I'm actually working on it. I actually won a raffle, so I am getting that emote done.
Oh, that's so cool. I never win these things, and because I don't want to spam, like, since when you like and comment stuff, it gets like sent to the people that follow you, so I don't want to randomly spam people with the bajillion raffles and stuff. So I sometimes sometimes do it on the other profile that I use day to day, but not always because.
But I tend to do it in moderation. But
So yeah,
that's a tough choice. It's like,
will you just become her when he like her so much?
yeah, might as well. I'll just like, because I don't know much about Zeta or Eta.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, they are.
we haven't seen much of them
Yeah.
in the first season.
I like torturing my friends. That's my favorite thing that can be
Yes.
so out.
We know you
Please.
like torturing them. Just
Fuck
like
you.
I like torturing you.
I'm gonna destroy. I swear to God, someday when I see you, no matter how much taller than me, you're getting like strangled. Like me sitting on my toes and trying to grab your naked big like.
You can certainly try.
Fuck you! Stop doing that. Jesus Christ. By the way, guys, he has the permission to do that, but he's using that permission way too much. I think if it actually was disturbing for me, I would have stopped. Oh my God! That fuck. No, don't mind. I just realized that my delay is so. For a second, was incredibly big. I was like, "What the hell is happening? Why?" Like the delay to the stream itself was weirdly, like in red zone, and I was like, "What the hell?" But it's fixed itself now. What
No!
the fuck?
No! No!
What the fuck? Oh God, this is my chat, Grimm.
I mean, to be fair, part of me was gonna make a joke because of what was it? And what is that show called? Not Hell of a Boss, but the other one, Has Been Hotel. Just Angel's reaction to one of the things. I was gonna make something similar to, but I was like, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not going to.
God. I mean, at least I know that somebody is watching us, but.
But that also doesn't help.
Oh God,
Sometimes.
Yeah. No, I genuinely really like our collab stuff. I was like, yesterday was very shitty. I felt horrible about that stuff. I'm so glad we're just gonna sit and talk about anime and probably go on bajillion tangents as always.
As per usual.
Yeah. Up to this point is like, but people apparently like our tangents, so nice. But yeah, who I'm gonna choose is because it's, of the girls, you know. Like technically, I'm gonna feel incredibly uncomfortable if I have to choose that. But since I like Alpha so much, like I like her design a lot too. Not only what character she is.
Yeah.
Very fun random chatting. I mean, you know what you signed for. I think at this point, like we're celebrating 6 months for a reason. One of my friends is for 4 months, like, and they had their 4 months thingy. I was like, wait, you debuted only 2 months after me? The fuck, we're old, Jesus. Because I felt that I was longer in the whole thing before them, but it turned out it's only 2 months. My sense of time is so fucked, I swear. Like, it felt like they debuted 2 months ago. Like, what? Why is Wait, sorry, somebody opened the door so that I talk and just closed the door. I'm sorry. I was about to mute, so I can reply, but they just opened the door and then closed it the second they heard me speaking English. I was like, good.
Oh, at least you know it's working.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
what you were about, I was going to say, I'm sorry. Me and Grimm are so bad with replying. Oh, I'm sorry.
It doesn't help that that there is a delay in Discord sometimes where it's like people talk but then but it's not instantaneous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if we were like actually physically there with each other we would probably still talk over each other, but we would also just like do the whole hand motions like no you go first, no you go first.
Yeah, not only that, I think after all it's like thank you for the hydrate, by the way. It's just physical stuff where you kind of get by emotions and whatnot, who is talking and when. But me and you, when we talk, we get even hyper because our thing with Grimm and me is that we kind of feed off the energy of the other person, and because we get hyper about anime to begin with, especially stuff that we both like, and it's like more energy, and then it's like pew. It's gonna
more energy.
It's gonna be like Konosuba explosion.
Explosion. I still need to watch the spin-off for that.
By the way, do you know that they actually end up as couple in the manga? Light novel, actually.
I know they had the
Kazuma and the explosion girl actually end up as couple. Which is kind of surprising for like stories like this one, but it was kind of obvious that they actually clicked the most, like, because apparently Kazuma and Megumin, I didn't know it. I sometimes for series like this I like to spoil myself because I'm like interested to know what's happening but don't have the interest to read it, and I was just reading stuff a while back, and apparently like with time they actually get serious talks and stuff and whatnot and end up as a couple, although they're a bit of a fucked up couple because of Kazuma character, because he's a dick. He's
a dick, pervert, a lazy neat, lazy shut and neat.
Yeah. Speaking as a almost neat myself, although you can't semi-consider myself employed, but Kazuma's chat. Yeah. If we talk about chat, City's chat, the guy literally was like, Alpha was basically like stripping him, and he was just like sitting there and talking casually. And I was like,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And it's not like he's oblivious, because he's not. Like he knew when, like, he knew that Sherry likes him. He also knew about Rose, aside from Rose speaking about it. That's why he felt bad and didn't want to congratulate her for her wedding, because it's kind of bitchy move to begin with. But like he in general, I like his replies to people when they think that they're stronger, like future rounds, and is looking down on him, or like, do you think I even fucking care if the whole world hates me? Like, my people and I don't roll that way. Fuck you. And then he's probably rehearsed lines towards everybody. Like, he's raising girls constantly. He's showing in front of Rose, and he's like, what the hell he said? Like, my beautiful swordsman or something.
Oh yeah.
The fact that it actually was working as a race, because he's actually pretty when he's normal self with just the red eyes and everything. He's
yeah. Are you talking about that scene with Alicia?
Mm.
Are you talking about something else?
No. When the school was like when they were in the auditorium and finally could use magic, and he basically busted from the window and fell down near
Oh
her
yeah,
holes, and was well done, my beautiful swordsman, I think, or something along the lines.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest of the shadows, like the showed, and they were like, now you're gonna see who is like the boss here. So many people. By the way, later you're gonna see that no pun intended perv. The fact that they called him perv is the funniest shit ever. But
Yeah.
that guy saying that the new alter ego of like Sid can't be actually part of um, um, the garden because
Shadow.
Shadow Garden.
Shadow God.
Yeah, because he's a guy, so it's like established that they're only women. Which, by the way, is good that it's established in the story that like they can mess up with the like only with girls. Apparently, the thing with the possession doesn't work on guys. So that's why everybody obviously in the Shadow Garden is gonna end up being girls, because the Shadow Garden is saving possessed people and making them warriors, basically. So yeah, I'm like, but I love his red eyes, and in the second season with all the vampire stories, we're gonna see a lot of red eyes. I mean, as although my current form is having like very, very deep blue eyes, almost black, my actual form has pink, between pink and red eyes that glow in the dark sometimes. So I am a big fan of red eyes. Basically the same eyes like his. Just when you piss me off, they glow in the dark.
So, my character's eyes, or I've been going back and forth between this before I decided to just like screw it and just like start streaming. So initially I had red eyes just to begin with, like nothing like that, and then I was like, oh, do I want to go purple eyes? Which I've also noticed that there's a lot of purple eyes in the actual anime as well. So
Yeah.
like, I think I know the author's favorite color. But as it stands, I have 3 eye colors that are gonna be present.
Ooh, nice. So it's gonna be like combined, or like they switch?
Switch. So pretty much it's going to be green for just neutral eye color, yellow for when like you piss me off and stuff like that, and then there's red for when I have my mask on.
Oh, that's cool. You had seen my old like design when I used the 3D model, where like it's a black and then inside is red, and like the iris part is basically white. So it's gonna be like this essentially. And when you piss me off, you just become the whole thing, like the sclera, which is the white part of the eye, becomes black, and the inside of the eye becomes fully red with just the white iris in the center. Yeah. So don't piss me off. You also gonna see my ears then, because I have like ideas for, since I'm very indecisive for hair length, I want to have a toggle for long hair and short hair. Because I like having like small ponytail. I want to have small ponytail a lot. But also I like my current hair. I didn't like it at the beginning, but now I think that it suits me a lot. Yeah. I also love my teeth. Long teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm practically half animal, so kinda is given. Although my current teeth make me look like vampire because they're very long. I'm like, you just guess whatever's happening. Yeah.
Like, maybe you could just bite a juggler out.
But
I mean, to be fair, most wolf characters tend to go for the juggler first.
I think that when I actually get to like talk with somebody for my permanent look and everything, I'm gonna basically keep absolutely the same teeth because I really like them. There are just many things that I want to do, but I'm not gonna be able to financially allow it. For the first, I think it's gonna be like phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is gonna be like one type of hair and like several toggles that are like, you know, the fact that I, for example, wear glasses and stuff. And then when I have the ability to allow myself, like, you know, update, I'm just gonna make it so I have the other hair and whatnot. But it's gonna be long time, and if somebody of you that are watching me still watch me at that time, you're the Chad. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, I got so surprised by the Eminence in Shadow. Like, I don't know. It's not like I didn't have good expectations because I like that scene a lot and like I like Dark Series, but I read that it's like comedy / parody, and I expected to be harder to jump from the comedy to the serious moments and be kinda whiplashy, but it wasn't. And like apparently I'm in the mood for watching OP characters because the other series that I started watching is Classroom of the Elite. By the way, I'm just gonna spoil you one thing that I read that made me hyper for second season to watch it, because Ayano Koji, like one of his plans include him faking that he did what the like hyper nice girl said that she's gonna tell to people.
Oh.
I don't know why, but he's gonna fake that for one of the upperclassmen, like girls. I have no idea why he's gonna do that, but what the fuck? Oh my god! Like, what? Why? But when I read that, because I just casually read it under comments, like somebody saying that he's crazy enough to do shit like this, and I was like, excuse me, are you wanting to end up in jail? Because that's straight up being like, especially because it's gonna be known apparently, because it's for some reason part of a plan for something. The hell? What the hell? If you had seen the first three episodes of Classroom of the Elite, there is this hyper like positive friends to a girl that like turns out that has darker side, and because Ayano Koji, the MC, saw it, she threatened him to say that he did kinda shitty stuff to her. At some point he's gonna actually make it so people believe he did that to somebody. What the hell? What?
Yeah, I remember that.
But but then again, most of our group actually likes edgy stuff. I think me and you are the most edgy people because I think there is close to none like fiction stuff that can kind of make us go, what the hell? As in something that we didn't expect that could be shown or stuff like this. I'm like, I once upon a time, I was in my school years, I saw like, you know, there were popular on YouTube like compilations of the most gory fucked up scenes in anime.
Mm-hmm.
and I saw one of the original Devilman Crybaby, and it's like of the Devilman basically ripping off the chest of one woman and eating it, fully uncensored. I was like, yeah, I doubt that I can see something worse than that. Like,
yeah.
OG anime was like wild. Like 90s anime was wild.
And then we have like stuff like wow, why is the name escaping me?
Unyu. Sometimes you sound like very adorable short person, and then I remember that you're not short, and I'm like, oops.
Well, to be fair, I am short.
No one is considered short near me. You're gonna feel like giant. You're gonna feel like you're the Titan from Attack on Titan. By the way, Trigon, the original?
Like the original Trigon, like love and peace.
I actually have to watch. There are several OG stuff that I really want to watch. Like one of the oldest stuff I had seen is Monster, but like I think that it's the actually I can send you if you're interested in more geeky stuff about anime, but I can send you a link to the first technically first like animation. It's like the type where they made it like black and yellow, and it's a short story without voice acting for like a samurai. It's one of the oldest. It's from like 1974, I think. It's very I was in a phase of like learning like geeky stuff like about animation and where it started, and that's why I had seen part of the original first Gundam. Oh no!
Joke's on you, Gilligan. I'm caught up.
I would never be caught up. I had seen 50 episodes only. Like I love it, but I just don't know. I have like 360 anime in my plan to watch list. Only that is combined on probably the whole One Piece. So it's bruh. With remembering how old I am.
But I'm still surprised One Piece has lasted like over 20 years.
Yeah, how you even have the capacity to create anything so long? Like knowing how many mangaka like physically also suffer is not only how creative you are, it's just taxing job to begin with. Like even general illustrators after like 10 or so years end up with like problems with their wrists. I have something like that, but it's partially because I have weak wrists. It's partially because especially before I drew a lot, where my wrists get inflamed if I put a lot of pressure on them. So that's why I can't work out anymore. Like I can't do stuff where you put your weight on your hands, because if I do several repetitions of, let's say, push-ups, and the next day my wrist is gonna be inflamed. So stuff like this happen, but because they draw so much, and then they draw like 12, 16 hours a day for like 20 years. The fuck? But yeah.
Also realizing how messed up I was just because of cartoons growing up. Like we had like Real Monsters and what were the other like some of the wildest cartoons growing up.
Cartoon Network was showing very messed up shit that even to this day I'm like, what the fuck? That looks like gross. Why the hell that is animation for children?
I know, it's like if you watch like Ben and Stiffy, it's just like, oh my god.
I don't know the English like translations for most of the stuff I watched because in our Cartoon Network it was like translated to our language. But some of the series were so gross, and to this day I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay. But then again, in general, the stuff you could watch were kind of messed up. Like, most of the darkest anime series I watched, like, at the peak of my obsession with anime, which was like 14, 15, and some stuff like were like messed up stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that explains why I don't get phased by stuff.
Yeah, and you know, like Elfen Lied, we have
Yeah.
a couple other darker animes. It's like,
Yeah, like I watched on TV parts of The Grey Man, and The Grey Man is technically quite messed up. I love that series so much. Oh my god, I love that. By the way, the story of Kanda, I recently like read kind of summary about the manga and stuff. Kanda. Oh, my poor guy. You need therapy. Along with Aki and Gyu. I'm just gonna take you out to therapy. Like, but then again, the whole fucking cast of the Grey Man and also for Demon Slayer, and yeah, also
they all need therapy.
Chainsaw Man. They all need therapy. I think it says a lot when one of my favorite series are full of characters that just need therapy in general.
Well, but Chainsaw Man is like the main character. Main character just needs some schooling, man.
I mean, I saw what he had to do. It's like, oh no, oh Jesus, because I knew what's gonna happen with the trio. I didn't know that he's gonna have to do the whole thing. I was like, oh, how you're sane. I mean, he's not, but you know, how you're semi-functioning human being. I think that question is accurate for most of the people that like are in anime that me and you like. That's why the guy in the Babylon wasn't functioning. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he really needed therapy after that.
I mean, his best friend basically smiled at his face and blew his head. Like, and no one believed him that this wasn't like just some weird shit happening. But yeah, they did it. I can't wait for second season about Eminence in Shadow. And since it looks like arc season, from now on I'm hoping for season 3. It's rare where I like instantly love a series so much, especially of those very niche kind of combination of like vibes.
Yeah.
But then again, it beat Bleach for some point. The fuck? I understand why, but also why? You know, where you get the appeal, obviously because you like it, but then.
Right now is for anime to get a second. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Second seasons are kinda. They're kept for big shows. Like Boku no Hero.
Anime that will definitely like rake in more money.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like the first season is meant to be like sort of like the testing grounds to see if people
trailer
will,
almost
like
for
it.
the manga. Yeah. For example, Deadman Wonderland. I don't know if you had seen the anime.
I'm so sad we didn't get a second season.
I fucking love that opening. I wish I could sing that. It's so not in my range. But Jesus.
I'm gonna listen to it again. Hold on. Hold on. It's been so long since I've heard the song, so.
I have it in my head, and I'm listening just in my head because I am weird as that. Yeah, so Solo Leveling is getting an anime. I haven't read the manga though.
that was another one I had come across in my what was it called? My research.
Solo Leveling is another type of. Did you listen to Deadman Wonderland opening?
I'm currently listening to
No, look at chat.
Oh,
Somebody listened. I bet somebody. You had seen that opening is fire. I swear to God. Like if you like heavy music, that is like, and it's full.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I really do. It's just like I wish I could learn guitar for it.
I can't sing it. It's just not meant for my voice because my voice is. I can't alone the way they fucked with the main character is so like it was such a setup. Like you're gonna feel better if you weren't like so obviously set up. But obviously a single boy can't basically massacre the whole class. Like obviously not. Especially somebody who at this time of the story we don't see having any powers or any grudge to anyone. Like it's just a normal guy. Like what the fuck? And everybody there is basically insane. With Beck we watched Nanbaka. Beck recommended me for, that series for our Midnight Coffee Talks. Nanbaka is basically Deadman Wonderland with more comedy and less bloodshed. And I was like, ooh. It was very flashy. It was very, very, very flashy. But it's very fun. That's why I like, you know, us like recommending stuff and watching because I really currently in the mood for binge stuff. Like this was because like Demon Slayer, I want to watch it, but obviously, as I told you, I want to watch it properly because I like it so much. I don't want to just binge it. It's not the type of show that in my head is okay with binging.
Yeah, especially since like with Demon Slayer, but though I have like I have the aspect of future knowledge. So it's just like there are so many things that I like rewatch most of the episodes in preparation for it, and it's just like, oh, there are things that make a lot of sense now.
Yeah, it's a bit like since I know some spoilers for Attack on Titan, and so I see some stuff. I see some stuff in season 1 that from the small like tidbits of spoilers I have seen, like it's like through osmosis during the years, you know. I still wait to be in the mood to binge the whole fucking thing. I watched Hunter x Hunter for 1 week, so I can't do anything apparently. Because that thing is like almost 150 episodes, so it's not gonna be hard to watch AOT in like week and a bit. But wait for that and still see stuff in the first season that's like that thing is oddly modern and like weirdly floating in the air. In one particular scene, and I was like, oh, so that's probably a thing. Since it's easier for me to see because I have general like tidbit spoilers, so I know what to watch for. But it's so funny, you see like that doesn't make sense in that situation or that time. It's like
it doesn't make sense there, but then when you look back, like, oh, I see.
Yeah, and because I know how Demon Slayer ends, my brain is working into like a theory crafting even more because I know part of the end. Because I'm like, how from this ends up that, and I see some similarities between people. I'm like,
it's like though I don't know the absolute ending of the manga.
Same. I just know that one particular thing that you also know about the ending, and I'm like theorizing how it ends up to that. Oh, The funny thing is that
Yeah.
the reason I know that is because I was listening to ASMR that spoiled me that part.
You're just like, listen to ASMR, and then all of a sudden, fuck!
I wasn't that disappointed because it's kind of typical for stories like this to end up with something like that. At the same, but it was also surprising at the same time because it did, like, in long run I didn't expect the ending to be like this, but it was like story-based kind of comfort kind of ASMR. I was like, why you're saying that? And then my brain clicked and was like, fuck, okay. But yeah, since here is kind of late and we plan with Grimm to talk a bit after too, and my voice is already dead if you can't hear because stupid me continues to drink energy drinks. I think we're gonna send you guys to somebody. I have to check who is here because it kind of became a bit longer. It's technically 2 hours and like 20 minutes, which is relatively how long Midnight Coffee Talks end up being, but because I was late, kind of became very late here.
As everyone should know by now, I can literally talk for hours about different things.
Yeah.
But
we have general topic. The next Midnight Coffee Talk, I'm gonna drag Grimm from his like small dark hole in the universe.
You're just gonna reach through the portal I give you, just to be like, and I'm just gonna grab you. And
yeah, and I'm gonna make you, join for the actual thing where you're gonna hear how, like, when I love some series, like I love Daemon in Shadow, but it's nothing compared to how hyper I am about Demon Slayer. That's why it takes me so long to actually watch it, because it's like I love it so much that I don't want to watch it, which is the weird thing my brain makes.
I understand that all too well. It happens to me in video games all the time, where it's just like, I love this game so much, I don't want to play it and make it and have it end. That's how I was with Ori and the Blind Forest and the Will of the Wisps, as well as Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Those 3 games, just because I love those so much, it was just like, I would play them and it's like, I don't want it to end.
Yeah, there was a instance of me, like, I know that people don't like Sword Art Online and stuff like this, but I like avoided watching it for ages because I was and then watched it, like, it was years back still, like it's even further in time, but I got surprised that I liked it. I was like, why I waited so long? Or Shiki was the same. Jesus fucking Christ. I was like, this looks like meaningless bloodshed, and then the philosophical points showed up and I was like, oh, you fucking idiot, why you waited fucking, like, I watch anime from almost as long as I draw, which is about 15-16 years, and like anime stably is the last 10 around, I think. I'm so old, Jesus. But like, what the hell? Which is nice though. Like, one of the good things for my scuffed PC and the fact that things came very late here is that I have the privilege to experience, for example, things like Zelda for the first time that people grew up with, and some people played it a lot, and like anime from old times, some stuff I still haven't seen. And I'm very excited. I still can't watch and like be like,
I actually need to play Legend of Zelda. I have not played a single Legend of Zelda game yet.
I want to play the creepy one, but it needs like a capture card because it's for a console, because it's for the old games.
Oh
Yeah. The mask one. I forgot the name of the mask. Yeah, that is the one that they straight up made it like a adaptation of creepypasta. It's like really messed up and dark, and obviously I'm gonna love that shit out of this thing. And then the last 2 that are proper games where it's like 3D world and everything. I also want to play Final Fantasy because obviously There are a lot of things, but Ben drowned. Yeah, Ben drowned. Oh, the comments. Firestorm. Ben drowned is the guy from the Majora's Mask thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's literally creepypasta level of I'm gonna gouge your eyes. It's basically you. It's basically you. I always imagined your model, by the way, without eyes, like gouged eyes when you're in full-on Reaper mode, but that's just because I like.
that may be more my pure shadow form, but
Yeah.
because I was thinking about like what my pure shadow form would be, and it'd probably just be like pure white eyes. Like because like the whole like body would be shadow and just like pure white eyes.
That's so cool. So I found who I'm gonna rate. I hope that he actually allows to. I had talked to you about a guy that I want to collab with for voice acting. That he somehow ended up following me, and I'm like, dude, you like have 7K people. What the fuck you're doing with me? What the hell? Yeah. So he's currently streaming. He's having like general stream, like watches some fun shit and stuff like this. So I'm gonna use the fact that for once we are streaming at the same time because of time zones difference, of course. I'm gonna rate him. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us for our again tangent as always conversation. A bit based around the Eminence in Shadow.
You can never escape it.
Yeah.
You can never escape the ramblings of us.
I allow it, so to speak, because I know that people actually like it, and because we kind of bounce off each other, and it ends up being this anyway. But I think when we talk about Demon Slayer, and because my brain was just picking apart every single character, especially Gyu, because I'm Gyu Simp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit it. If it's not obvious.
You and my friend both. God damn it. One of my IRL friends, she absolutely loves Gyu.
I just like traumatized characters.
And she loves Dobby, so yeah. So.
I mean, I understand why, but I don't have so much like a concrete opinion on. I watched till the middle, like till the tournament arc in Boku no Hero, where Izuku basically fixes the whole mentality of Todoroki by destroying his hands. I fucking love that fight. That's one way to help somebody overcome trauma. Until he sees Dabi, and it's like, yeah, I have to watch that. Like, this is one of the things where I have to get into the mood to basically see till 6th and 7th season, because bruh, I wonder why they didn't make it purely one ginormous like series like Naruto, for example, and why they separated it in seasons, but then Demon Slayer does the same, and it's gonna end up 6 seasons probably.
Well, it's because of the fact that the thing that Naruto and One Piece especially and Bleach have a hard time with is because they catch up to the manga.
Yeah.
Because they need like constant weekly things, and then like if the mangaka takes breaks or something like that.
I mean, the author of Boku no Hero is basically living on like constant IV drips because he's like in very bad physical health, but has to finish the manga, and people are like, no matter how skilled the ending is, finish it and take care of yourself because you're literally gonna die. But welcome to life of mangaka.
I am so surprised like Oda is in well, I mean, actually he did recently have a surgery for his heart, so
Yeah, but like things are stuff that in the whole thing. Like, have you seen the new anime Bucket List of the Dead?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's so cool. The first episode is basically like showing how messed up the working environment in Japan is, because you see a main character who has just like his soul is basically sucked out from his body because of the way the working environment is, to the point that he genuinely sees like zombie apocalypse as better than his day-to-day life. And when that apocalypse actually happens, the guy is on the like he's the happiest he ever been, and he also stops fearing doing weird shit. Like he does. There is one scene where he leaps between two like buildings, and it's because like I'm not gonna know if I don't try, and he just wink. Like yeah. So, but yeah, we are gonna finish. As I said, I chose who I'm gonna send you guys to. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed. You're gonna be able to see the vote of yesterday and the vote of today in like maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'm gonna upload them, and you're also gonna be able to scare the shit out of me in the next stream. Yay! And they're gonna win Batsu again, and I'm gonna have to do something again. Boy, that puke was horrible. Oh my god.
No. Oh.
I drank it the whole stream because it was like... when I have horror streams, I'm playing like RPG Maker games. And when I die each 15 times, people can ask of me to do or say stuff. And the last time I had to drink puke, which is Pepsi and milk, and is absolutely horrendous. So yeah.
It's apparently is a new trend, Gil.
It's
what has the new the new generation is weird.
It's not new, it's old, but also it's proper thing for Batsu. The other thing is to say something cringe, but I am cringe to begin with, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah, my chat likes to destroy me, and I just let them do that. Yu is losing his mind slowly. It's like, I give up on that generation. I mean, weird Vtubers, it's kind of... we're kind of the weird ones. I like it here though. There is the whole meme with that. I hate it here. My meme is I like it here. But yeah.
I hate it here. Secretly like it here.
But yeah. So that was...
Yes.
Most of the people that watch me go are like my kids. iPad babies. iPad babies. I think
I hate those.
I hate parents that do that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's not. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys before we continue speaking here, because I want to steal Grimm for the last 4 episodes of the same anime we were talking about, because I am as annoying as I am. Yay! But yeah, I'm going to change to the goodbye screen and let you guys be rated. Be nice to Vance. He's kinda new, even though he has a bunch of followers. He's kinda new in our places, so be nice to the guy. Hello gamer, somebody joined when I'm going out. No.
Nick.
No.
Sorry, Nick. You'll be able to watch the VOD.
This is basically Beck every time. Beck joins every time at the end.
Hey, bro.
Hi. Thank you for joining and goodbye. Sorry.
Bye.
There is thing that stops rates when it's near the end of the stream, but you know, obviously I'm not gonna stop somebody randomly joining. Oh, French. I mean, you're from Europe like me, so That's why I can't collab with people on the decent time, because fuck, everybody's from US or something around US. Guys, can you teleport to Europe, please? But then I make Grimm wake up at 10 a.m. and drink at 10 a.m.
Yeah. Rosca, Rosca,
But yeah. Okay. Again, thank you guys. I hope to see some of you Friday for Misao, or like Saturday 4-hour half-year celebration where I'm gonna attempt to sing, which probably is gonna end up horrible, but we're gonna see. So yeah. Bye! Bye bye!
Poor Ed.